Okay, here's a set of images where we have a 2D matrix pin stamped on a sheet of metal. So it doesn't look like much to a human, but this is meant to be read by a machine, and each one has a different serial number in here. So let's go to inspect. We're going to go to identification tools, and we're going to go to read 2D code. We don't need to try and locate this. It's going to be in the same spot every time, but we could also just pick the entire image to look for. As it means the camera will take a little bit longer to do that processing, but if you're not in a hurry, that's not a big deal because it's in the order of milliseconds. So there we go. It's reading the code. Okay, and it's reading every one of them. Not an issue. Okay, so I'm going to call this data matrix because that's what it is. But say we needed a specific code. Okay, say we're running the same thing all day. In the case of pharmaceuticals, they'd put like a lot code, and we would read that to make sure we're putting the right date or the right lot on it. And in here, what we could do, instead of just reading, we could say match string, which some people call verify. And what are we going to match? We're going to match exactly what it says there. So ZZALL 34 706 0025 AC. Enter. So that is a pass. Any of the other codes, if we read it, it can read it, but it's not going to be a pass. So again, for these, it maybe doesn't make a lot of sense because each one of them is different. Okay. But if you're stamping the same thing all day and you know these are of a certain batch or a certain lot, and you just want to know not only can I read it, but is it matching what I expect to be written there, that is something that you can use in the settings to verify that I've not only read it, but I've read the correct thing. So that's about it for the 2D tool. It's very simple. It can really only read a data matrix or a QR code, and it won't even read all QR codes. Okay, there are a lot of different 2D codes, but this is what's set up inside of Cognix's Insight software.